If I were to ask people to name the main components of music, I could imagine people suggesting things like melody and harmony, rhythm and rest, sharps, flats, key, instrumentation, all of that kind of stuff, and rightly so. But there is another element to music that is important, but one that does not typically come to mind when you think of the elements of music, and that is dissonance. Dissonance is when things are not quite so pretty together. Now, perhaps we don't think of it as much, but even as rhythm needs rest, so harmony needs dissonance. Now, some music is so dissonant, it's almost atonal to me, but we most perhaps recognize dissonance in a suspended chord. If this is a regular A chord, if we suspend it, you hear that little bit of tension in it. It's just not quite as pretty. We're waiting for the resolution. Dissonance is a part of music and a part of our lives. In every life, there will be some dissonance, struggle, and heartache. Healthy people do not seek that suffering. But we don't have to, because it will find us. There is no family that avoids it. There is no church, school, neighborhood, organization, or group of friends that doesn't have times of tension, struggle, dissonance, pain. We don't very much like that, but it's the truth. And in today's gospel, Jesus reminds us of that again. He says there will be all kinds of hardship, and good people will be picked on just for being good, and there will be struggle and death and tribulation. And then he adds this line, but it will not be the end. There is something on the other side, he suggests, of that dissonance. And I think that's a wisdom for us. We think that the dissonance is all that there would ever be, but he tells us that that's not the end. And I would suggest that just as dissonance is a part of the beauty of music, that if we live it wisely, those times of dissonance in our lives can become a part of the beauty of the music of our lives as well. For example, I don't know about you, but for me, it's only after I've been sick or injured that I am most likely to really appreciate my health. Or how many times have people said, yeah, it wasn't until we had an empty place at our Thanksgiving table that we realized how not to take each other for granted ever again, and to cherish the simple blessings of an ordinary day. Or I've heard people who thought that their family was pretty much complete be surprised by the news of a new baby. And for all the tension that surfaced, yet how many would say, was not that child a part of the beauty of our life? Or so the struggles among us in relationship. I've seen it again and again where when there's been a pain or a struggle in a relationship, if people do the hard work to resolve that well, to learn from the tension, to find out how we can do this better, in the end, they come through on the other end to a deeper beauty in that relationship than they would have known had there not been that time of trouble. And I'm convinced again and again that while we don't like tension, and when you hear that, you want to resolve it, huh? you can't resolve it too quickly. You got to do the work to do it well and to find the gift in it, that it might ultimately become a part of the beauty of our lives. Now, please don't hear me suggesting that God is the one who sends us suffering. I hear these cliches that drive me nuts, like God never gives you more than you can handle. If by that you mean God will give us what we need to be okay no matter what life throws at us, I'm good with that. But if you suggest that God is giving us this suffering for some other good, I don't believe it. Jesus didn't believe that we have a God like that. I don't believe we've got a God like that, and I hope you don't believe that we've got a God like that. But the truth is, suffering will find us. It found Jesus. It finds every person. No one escapes it. But part of the invitation from Jesus today was to trust that at the end of the suffering is a beauty on the other end of what we experience in the moment. And so, I don't know what your life is like these days. Maybe these days are for you kind of a pretty music. If that's you, savor it. Don't take for granted the simple blessings of these days and of your life and your family. Because the dissonance will always come. No one escapes it. And if this is more your life, hang on. Jesus tells us that there's something beyond that. For just as music is made up of all kinds of elements, harmony and melody, rhythm and meter and rest, so part of the beauty of music is the dissonance. And I'm convinced that the end of our lives, if we look back, or if we're wise enough to step outside of the chaos from time to time to see, we'll look at our lives and see how God, the master musician, took those times of dissonance and struggle and made them a part of the beauty of the music of our lives. What he's up to. Well, hello, buddy. Hello, guitar, I know. Like you, like me, really? Hey, Big Al. Big Al. Big Al. Big Al. What? Could you be any more annoying? I'll try. That wasn't my point. Oh, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so Big Al, music guy, I know. Music is great, isn't it? And Big Al, we're thinking about how we're going to bless our young men and women preparing for confirmation, and it kind of reminds me of them. Annoying? Well, they might be, but that wasn't my point. Okay, yeah. No, my point is that in every life, there's times like music that's when it's pretty and flows, and there's sometimes when it's hard. But here's where the promise of Jesus is, that if we try to love like him, he'll be there, and he'll take even the hard times and make them into something beautiful. Whoa. What do you think of that, old buddy? Go, Mizzou. Bye.